Alright, 4-match ranked videos going forward, and I think I'm going to do Monday and Friday to make it a bit more frequent, to better adapt. So, we keep an opening hand that is missing colours, but we can get up to the Ancient Cornucopia. Seeing a blue-white makes me think blue-white control. Oh, it's blue-white artifacts, so let's get an Ancient Cornucopia down to gain life. Like I said, oh, reality chip, okay. I think our best bet here is, we're still missing a color, so I think our best bet is just play Supreme while we can. They might have Get Lost or other removal. They'll also probably run Metallurgic, no, what's it called? It's the spell that has Improvise. So let's try and play another Ancient Cornucopia here. Metallic Rebuke, that's the one. Let's respond with our own kind of spell. Gain life, play the Cornucopia. We'll swing in because we are going to crush this waste, because even if they counter our stuff here, this Patchwork Automaton won't be a threat for a very big time. So there's a Crowbar. We go down to 19. They could have another Metallurgic here, so I think my best bet is to go for the Tyrant Scorn here, paying for ward. Oh, there was no counter. Interesting. Well, we'll just swing in then with Supreme and hold up the Normalize or the Tyrant Scorn. And our opponent quickly concedes, yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing they had a bunch of stuff like the Snare and stuff. So, let's bring in... Oh, I forgot that the... I was looking at my deck list, so that's why this... Not there. There we go, that's better. Cavero is going to come out of this because it's going to be a bunch of creatures which grow with artifacts or that care about the number of artifacts you control, so copying one of them is pointless. And if we get to a point where we have a Niv in the graveyard and we want to do that, we'll already be ahead. So, oh, Ingenious Smith finds a Surge Engine. Alright, Patchwork Automaton. Right, I think our best bet here, I'm trying to get my colors online as fast as possible, so I'm thinking that we have to go for the Molten Collapse and kill that immediately while we know their shields are down. There's another Smith finding a Crowbar. Okay, down to 16. Pest Control. This is a new thing we've bought in recently. It's a pretty good card. I'm going to start with a Biotech here because he's a blocker that can ramp us and get this final color sorted here. There's an unidentified hover ship. That's probably something they had in their hand versus our previous Niv. So let's use the Lander token, get our color sorted. Our opponent goes up. Right now, Pest Control only kills a token. So let's try for Niv here. And it resolves. Reload! Full reload. Ooh, we're going to have to discard here. So, Pest Control's been shown. It is nice that it cycles, but I also think Valky will go here. Valky is a bit off with the mana at the moment. There's Beckon and Bankbuster. They are still holding 1 mana, which definitely to me screams, hey, I have Metallic Rebuke. So, let's shock in. We are at 8. I think the Maelstrom Pulse here, aiming at the Smith before it grows. Okay, that dies. Let's go for a Molten Collapse then on the Surge Engine. See if we can bait. No. Okay, maybe they don't have the removal. Let's hold either the No More Lies. Oh, we have No More Lies. That's why they're not playing into it. Duh. It's always funny watching these back. I bet I played for that, like holding up No More Lies. They draw a card. We could very easily die here to another, oh. They're going in. I will happily trade. There we go. End step. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to go for the Pest Control here just to get rid of the token. Play this tapped. Cosmic Rebirth grabbing back Niv here could be huge. Let's see if we can bait them into tapping out for something. I think they're going to be smart and hold up interaction. So let's try and get Niv back to our hand. There's a Metallic Rebuke, but we do have a No More Lies. Do they have a follow-up? They do have a Spell Pierce. Very good. But we top deck the Bring to Light, which is perfect. So let's grab another Niv, and you know what time it is?
Reload!
I'm not allowed to play that in the Commander games anymore. Let's kill their card advantage and force them to discard. Okay, there goes the Unearth Hasty Creature. There's a Get Lost to kill Niv. Oh, this is going to be fun. So, they put us down to 4 here. Biotech. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Biotech. And now, we're going to crap maps to do 2 damage with Biotech. Oh, I love it when people give me maps for my Biotech. Okay, so let's see what they go for on their turn. They could animate their... Yeah, there's the Hall of the Storm Giants. They are going in for 4. I am going to go for the kill here. I'm going to force it now to see if this last thing is a Metallurgic. Yeah, there it is. So I have to block, but we now know they have nothing in hand. So, with that in mind, let's pass back, holding up all avenues here. Alright, they surveil the land. They're not doing anything, which is great. So it's Vanishing versus the Hover Ship to get back. I thought we got it back, but we actually Manifest Dread, which is good because there's 2 lands on top of our deck. There's Toph, which is fantastic. So Toph will get back the Cosmic Rebirth, and they'll concede to that. I don't think it was over, but it was grinding away. Second game here against Sofish T. All colors and 4 lands is pretty decent start. Wandering Mind to dig, interaction, and removal spells. So yeah, the perfect hand you want to see. Uh-oh. Right, immediately this is either Prowess or Phoenix. So let's get a counter spell up as quickly as possible. We got to make sure they don't drop an Artist Talent or a Cutter onto. Okay, Ledger Shredder's another thing we got to answer, so we'll get rid of that. Play a Wandering Mind. Bit risky because it plays into red removal, but we found Unmoored Ego, which is really good here. So we need a little bit more info, but the Ledger Shredder definitely leads me towards believing this is... Oh, they didn't get their next land. Uh-oh. Right, play a land. Let's go for the Unmoored Ego. And let's choose the Phoenix. And again, you're going to watch me try to figure out how to spell Arclight Phoenix. There we go. I got to remember this Arc. Alright, it's a Cutter deck, and looking at this, so it's the Cutters, and the Ledger Shredders, and maybe the Fairies are the only things you have to worry about now. But we do know they have a Spell Pierce, so let's see if they go for the turning on of the Cutter here. There's a Picklock to mill 4. And there's the Fiery Impulse, Connive trigger on the Ledger. Spell Pierce is gone. Right, now against this deck, I've said it many times, but there's always one thing we have to do, and it's a sad thing to say this for a Niv deck, but we do not reload. We grab Supreme. We will trigger a Ledger Shredder, but everything they have, Bounce Spell, Burn Spell, is monocolored. Nothing they have can touch this now. So we just got to deal with what they've got. So there's a Cutter. We could Unmoored Ego for the Cutter, but yeah. They're not going to attack in. So, Molten Collapse. Let's kill off the Ledger Shredder while we can. Play the land for the turn. And we can just pass. We'll hold up the interaction here. Because we can either tax their draw spell. Because if they go for some... Yeah, see, look, they've got Floodmore in their hand. We can see there. Right, that land, though, is the one thing we are concerned about. Right, there's a Treasure Cruise. I am going to try to force this with a Joshua. Yep, they pay 3 to draw. There's a Fiery Impulse. Yep, the only target they have for some of their spells now is literally that. Okay. Then I think our best bet here is to go for the Bring to Light, Clarion, clear the board, gain life, swing in for 5. Put a race on, and now we're up to 21. There's a Picklock Prankster for the block. Okay, pretty good use there. Alright. I'm going to swing in to see if we can bait the block. No block from them. Let's go for the Bring to Light, discarding the Supreme Verdict, see if this gets countered. Does not, so let's just get a Niv, get more ammo. Ooh, only a 2 and none of them are interactive spells. Bit rough, but we are going to have to force a hand here. Also, one of the fun things that probably could happen here is if they go for... Yep, there's a Floodmore on Niv. Going for the Treasure Cruise. They're drawing a lot here, but honestly, I'm not worried. Without the Phoenix, and with only one cutter on the field, I don't feel like we're in as bad a shape as we could be. They are gaining a ton of stuff here, but we could just, like we said, wipe the board again, gain life, and go for it. That is the power of Supreme in this matchup. Hexproof and monocolored might as well read you're done for. Deafening Silence, Vetoes, Ashioks, and the Izzet Charms come in. We take out a few of our creatures. We need creatures that can do two things. We need them to either take out a cutter or not be a target for their red removal. Because there's a bunch of spells like Fiery Impulse and Torch the Tower that literally just become dead cards if the only thing we have out is Supreme. Or they have to burn their own creatures like you saw there. Oh my god, yep, okay. Right, we're down to 5. Alright, we'll put back a land and the Supreme Verdict. Supreme Verdict is a bit risky, honestly, but I feel like that might... Well, we get rewarded with a Clarion. Alright, on to no cutter, so let's pass back, hold up this Lightning Helix here. There's a Picklock Prankster, or Free the Fae, sorry. There's a Consider. There's a Thing in the Ice, that's a card I haven't seen in a while in these decks. Right, let's go for the Helix. Right, that's proof there's no counterspells, so let's get a Ancient Cornucopia online. They Floodmore it to gift a fish, that's fine. Problem is now that's another target for their red spells. There's the Artist Talent, which is very scary. And they're going for the Treasure Cruise. Looting away a Phoenix, drawing 3. Right, play the land. Play a tap land, swing in for 1, they're on 14. We gotta hope they go for a big turn here. 2 Phoenixes are in the graveyard. There's a second spell to activate the cutter. Man, Artist Talent is so damn busted. Alright, time to go for it. So bring to light here. And I do believe we still follow the rule that we just get Supreme. Gain 5 life here. Now we can get another Bring to Light next turn if we have to. It also means that the odds of them smashing through us with monks is... Oh, it's going to get a lot tougher though with a second cutter. Could very easily happen. There's a Ledger Shredder. Alright, so let's go for a Clarion here, see if there's a counter. No counter, interesting. So let's get in, gain more life. We're up to 31. We have a little bit of interaction and we have a secondary... Oh, they are just dead here if they go full out. So, if they fully tap out here, what we can do is Jumpstart a Lightning Helix, hit them for 5. We can also Deafening Clarion to clear the way here. So they need to leave blockers back that can survive the swing. Which I don't think they have anything off the top of their head. The Ledger Shredder is not going to be strong enough. Yeah, it's going to be a rough one here. Picklock Prankster. They get rid of a Floodmore again, another card that they just cannot use. Maybe bouncing the Cornucopia would give them enough mana. No, actually, we got enough mana because it's just 5 mana. Yeah, I think they've lost this. They're probably just going to go for as much damage as they can here. So they activate the Phoenix. We can even Tyrant Scorn, or we can even triple Lightning Helix here. Yeah, because we can literally do it now, gain back. Yeah, they concede. Wow, that came out of nowhere. Third match here versus versus K. Alright, no green and 2 green cards in the opening hand. What do we think about this? I don't know. I kept it. It's a bit risky, but I suppose a Vanishing Verse does answer anything big. Oh. Right. Vanishing Verse might be relevant, particularly if we're up against... Oh, Mardu. Baelmerk. Uh-oh. Looks like we got a Greasefang on our hands. There's a green mana. I'm going to play the I'm playing it here because Greasefang is 2 colors, and I did not see a milled big finisher there. Right, there's a blood type harvester. Okay, just play and hold back. We gotta. There's Sky Sovereign. At least it's not a Parhelion. There's a Fortsies, which can take our Bring to Light, which cuts us off on our build back, but a double Vanishing Verse might give us the edge here, because the Mardu version is pretty much all in on a Parhelion normally. But I'm going to Vanishing Verse in the end step, get rid of the Overlord before it gets any more value. And we are drawing lands galore, so let's make sure we have black-white and just pay the Biotech here. Even if he eats a removal spell, like getting a land out of our deck. Yeah, alright, there's the removal. They swing in for free here. They went through combat, so there's the other Fortsies to take away our other Vanishing Verse. There's the fear of missing out. We could just get aggroed out here. This is their plan B. Right, got all our lands. There's the Parhelion in the graveyard. That's not good for us. So, Wandering Mind. Dig. K-Command. K-Command's a big game changer here. Because that can take out anything they play big. Greasefang, though, is a free toughness, so we can't deal with that. Parasitic Grasp. Interesting choice. I suppose it does stabilize. Alright, I'm going to return a creature. I'm going to get back a Wandering Mind, and I'm going to hit their... we can't kill the fear, but killing the Blood Tithe does take us off a second thing. Oh, this is perfect. So, Wandering Mind, dig, find a Bring to Light. Unmoored Ego off the top is beautiful. Right, let's have fun. Oh, I actually got it really quick. My dyslexia is getting better. And I checked their deck here. There's nothing else for us to be scared of here. They go for double combat, so I'll just drop one of them and take the hit here. There's a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I think it's time to just go for a full reload here. Yep, best option. Reload! And a full grip there. That's a beautiful reload. That was 7 cards. Dang. Right, we'll take out the Fear of Missing Out here with the Helix because we need to hold on to life here. And they're going to concede. That luck, like I said, following the Bring to Light flowchart, that's the perfect answer for us. Right, Ashiok is 100% coming in. Biotechs don't really do much, nor does Curvaruth, because their big stuff they're reanimating aren't that big. And I think we got to run it like that. Yeah, Bring to Light flowchart there. We took out, they're basically a glass cannon deck, so we crippled the glass cannon, then we can just reload, get our handful. This hand is slow, but we could do something with it. They did mulligan, so let's just play slow here. Play a land. There's a Blood Tithe. Oh, we didn't play a green, which was bad because we drew a Biotech. Should have considered that Biotech could have been a viable 2-drop there. There's a Fable, so they're going quick. They could just have it here, and we don't have an open blue mana, so I'm just going to run out the Biotech. So what could happen is the Fable could trigger. They discard Parhelion. Yep. And now if they have Greasefang, this is pretty much... Actually, this might just... Oh, just another Blood Tithe, so we are still alive. They sack to do the damage. Interesting. Get a treasure. Play this land here. I'm going to pass with our mana open, because I want to hold up the Tyrant Scorn to take out a Greasefang if I have to. But then again, I need to protect my life total. I think I got to take the 5 here. We're going to go down to 10, which is a little scary. But I think our best bet is just take a lander token here to get another card out. We top deck the Unmoored Ego again. So let's Verdict here. We could just get blown out if they have the Greasefang here, but we were dead to that combat if we didn't. There's a Duress, so they have to take Unmoored Ego here. Yeah, Unmoored Ego, dude. That's the card. Oh my, you let me keep the Ego? Really? Okay, they must have a okay, they don't have a second Fortsies. This decision confusing me now. Well, I'm going to take out the Greasefang again. Man, my dyslexic buddy is learning quick. Okay, I'm checking their deck for sideboard stuff, and there's nothing in there. So it's basically, we cripple that again, play another biotech. We could die here if they just get the right level of aggro here. There's a blood requester. Right, we're down. There's a Fortsies. I don't know what the optimal take here is. Maybe one of the removal spells. Maybe the Wandering Mind, because it pulls double duty as a draw spell. Yeah, that's what they went for. That's a good shout. Okay. Play the Joshua here. And we hold up a Tyrant Scorn. Then we'll play the land. We could Maelstrom Pulse here. I think, yeah, we have to. Fear of missing out getting a double combat would be too strong. So let's see what they get with their Fable. Right, they just go to combat. They probably have the push, so let's just block, see if they do it. No. Oh, Sovereign Sky. Yep, that'll do it. That'll take out Joshua. There's a Fortsies to take our Tyrant Scorn. Right, we got to stop them on the upkeep here, so let's grab Yorion here. Move to their draw step. This is a trick from Modern. Make them discard. Kill the Fable. Right, they drop the land. They got nothing to do, so they can pass it back. I'm going to play the biotech here. Now, if they top deck something that could crew that ship, we could just die. Bankbuster, dodged a bullet there. I remember this now. I think they throw the game here. Because... Actually, is Bankbuster crew 2 or crew 3? We're just going to grab as much as we can here. Swing in for 1. Right, we'll play the Yorion. Blink here, and now we have near lethal, so we just gotta see what they draw on their turn. Oh no, it's crew 3, I think. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm forgetting wrong, because I thought maybe they could crew the Bankbuster into crewing the Sky Sovereign. Alright, there's an Overlord. They hit and get back the Blood Dive. Yeah, so here's where they drop it. They crew that, and they swing in. Doing 3 damage to the biotech. And I choose here to cycle the land. I just want to see what I'm up against. Bring to light, that's perfect. So let's block Sky Sovereign. They play the land. We can bring to light here. I think we grab Niv. You know what time it is. Reload! Oh, that's a terrible reload. Alright, Ashiok. And then let's just mill some of their deck and exile their graveyard. Okay, so they can't... Yeah, this is the point I was thinking about. They can't sack the Blood Tithe to kill Niv and crew everything. Yeah, they're trying to figure out if there is a way to do this. If you crew the Sky Sovereign, I will block it. Yeah, they sack it to kill Niv. But they can't crew it, yeah. So they're looking for a creature that could crew. There's a Duress to take away our Bring to Light, but Toph can get that back. Alright, let's mill them and take out their graveyard. Let's Cosmic Rebirth, grab back the Niv here, go up to 11, play Niv again. Reload! Grab another spread of cards. And opponent loots away a land and concedes. Good game. Final match here. As I said, we're playing 4 going forward, I think. I was looking at 5, but 5 just felt too long. I think adding another match in is pretty good. So, pretty rough start here. But we do have all our colours, and we have a 3 to 4 drop. And it is Cat Oven, so we could be in trouble here. Okay, Shock in, Blood Tithe. Okay. Right, so we can play the Verge, and we'll hold up the Helix here. We're not going to gain free life from this, but we can save free life. So we'll use the Helix here, and in response I'll use the Oven to get rid of it. Next turn, though, we can then use the Knight of Autumn to take out the... oh, there's a Deadly Dispute. Such a good card. Right, let's just play a land. Knight of Autumn. destroy the oven, cuts off most of their engine here. So we don't know. Oh, there's a fatal push. Good response. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Good line. Oh, we got a Niv coming up. So let's get a Wandering Mind down. Find a Vanishing Verse. They're going to loot away here. Discarding Meat Hook Massacre and a push. Interesting. Mayhem Devil. Oof. Good card. Right, let's force the issue here so they know that we would block. So the minute they sack anything here, they can... Right, they're just going to sack a food. There's a Mayhem Devil dealing a damage and a damage. Okay, I think we just go for a reload here. If they can sack... Reload! If they can sack six things, to kill Niv here, then more power to you. Oh, they flip of Reflections. Okay, copying the Mayhem Devil with Reflections would do it. I'm going to block here, see if they can actually do it. Because they would have to, like, chain, like, 4 things together to do this. So there's a Deadly Dispute. They pinged me, so I don't think they have the damage to do it to Niv. Or they're looking for their hard removal. Scavenger's Talent. Right. On my turn. Vanishing versus Scavenger's Talent. That's just such a good card. Another Bloomberg card that kind of busted stuff. Okay. Let's play a land tapped. Let's Lightning Helix the Reflections. We got to make sure that doesn't do anything too busted. And then we'll just hold back here. Now, if they have a double Mayhem Devil, they could easily take... Oh, yep, there's a double. So, cracking all their treasures here would give them enough to kill Niv. Although, this Maelstrom Pulse now became extra juicy for a double Mayhem Devil hit. They could animate Den of the Bugbear, unless they've got something else crazy to do with the mana from the treasure here, but they don't. Interesting. Okay, I'm suspecting there's going to be something interesting, so I'm going to attack in, see if I can bait response. No. Oh, Wandering Mind, a Cosmic Rebirth, and I clicked the wrong thing. I clicked because I was rushing, so I'm going to try and put counters on this, see if they respond. And I use my 1 green. Yeah, I flubbed this pretty hard here. Yeah, they're throwing damage at me. Interesting. 3 black. What are you going to do with 3 black? Oh, Takanama. Right, they get a cat in the graveyard. Get back a Blood Tithe. We'll put Yorion into hand because I'm ooh. That was such a bad misplay on my part. There's the Blood Tithe. Sacking the blood. Discarding a cat. 2 damage off the Mayhem Devils. Swing for 6 puts us down to 9. Time to Maelstrom Pulse this time. No messing around. Take that out. Hold back the Niv because we still are choked on green mana. There's another Scavenger's Talent. In response to them trying to level it up, I'm going to Vanishing Verse it. Opponent passes back. We'll play a land here. I'm going to play Toff. And I'm going to get back a Helix because I'm still worried about my life. And swinging with Niv here. Now I can hold up a Helix to take out anything scary. And even Earthbend to get more damage through. Let's see what they decide to do on their turn. They concede. And kind of a downer here. But the opponent just then quits out the whole match. And yeah. They basically rage quit out. And let us get a time ending here. So I'm going to let this run. I'm just going to explain what I'm changing going forward here while we're just having an opponent mess around. These are going to be 4 matches going forward. Unless we get something crazy, like say if we get mega controlled 40-minute match or something stupid. I hope not. Really, for my own sanity, I hope not. But it's going to be 4 matches going forward, and it's going to be Monday and Friday, I'm pretty sure, as if I can keep that up. I was trying to do additional brews and stuff, but I don't have the resources to do it because I just do this for fun, and I literally cannot be bothered with funding the digital taxing. As I said before, I'm not even buying a mastery pass for Lorwyn. And if Wizards decides to spin that as like, oh well, this is proof Universes Beyond sets are better because nobody bought our overpriced master passes that we taxed. Nope, I'm going off on a tangent, not going to rant. But that's going to be the thing going forward here. I'm going to try and keep it as far in advance as I can. But it's going to be 4 matches on a Monday, a budget janky brew on a Wednesday, and 4 matches on a Friday. Maybe we'll go down to 3, it depends on how much gameplay I actually can get done. I've got a pretty good log built up and I'm going to keep it going as much as I can. But yeah, we're going to see how this goes. So, also, right, I'm just going to say this as my final point on this video. Why did this opponent do this, dude? Like, I know it feels bad when someone makes a misplay and you still lose. But dang, dude, you were not out of this. You put tons of pressure on. Your sideboard's good against this. You could have took this game, man. Fight to the end, dude. Or if you're gonna quit, don't make people wait. Just quit out.